Hi, today we're going to learn how to use VPN to stay secure and private online. Wow, this is a tough job. Just kidding. When you use NordVPN, all it takes is just a single click. See for yourself. Click, and you're browsing securely on public Wi-Fi. Click, your ISP can't see what you do online. Click, and you're in a different country. Well, virtually. Any device you have there, NordVPN has you covered. Everything else is just details. But if you care to know more, NordVPN has more than 5,000 servers all over the world. It protects your sensitive data with advanced encryption, shields you from malware and phishing sites, and keeps no logs of your online activity.
Click link in the description and get 68% discount for your first order. Providing constructive feedback. Ask the designer what type of feedback they are looking for. Anytime a graphic artist asks for your feedback on a project, check to see what type of feedback would be most helpful. For example, the first feedback meeting with a designer is not the time to talk at length about nitpicky feedback. The designer may just want to know if the project is broadly heading in the right direction, or may have specific questions they'd like your thoughts on. Say something like, "Before I jump in with my thoughts, is there a specific area of the design?" Open with broad, general comments. When giving feedback on a graphic design, whether for a website, magazine, print ad, book cover, or any other design object, start with your gut reaction or your big picture critique. Discussions between clients and designers can easily get bogged down in minutiae. Avoid this by summarizing your thoughts to the design artist in 2 or 3 sentences. So if you're concerned that the text at the bottom of the site is too dark of a shade of blue, save this feedback for a later meeting. Mix together complimentary and critical feedback. Whether your overall impression of the design work is positive or negative, you'll have a better conversation about the designer's work if you find elements to compliment and to constructively criticize. These comments can help the design artist understand what you're looking for in the design with more specificity. For example, if you're looking at a mock-up of a new book cover, say something like, "I love the arrangement of the image and text on the cover, but I think the font size of some of the text could be smaller." Provide specific details in your feedback. Clients can be notoriously vague with their feedback or discuss graphic designs with abstract language. Help your designer by being as specific and concrete with your feedback as possible. Avoid discussions of how it makes you feel and talk about particular visual elements that are or not working. Avoid abstract or vague statements like, "I like the fonts, but they need to pop more." The whole web page just needs to have more energy. Focus your feedback on bringing graphic design in line with the project goal. You and the designer can streamline your collaboration by keeping the website and business goals in mind. It may turn out that your personal likes and dislikes regarding the web page aren't relevant compared to the positive effect the page can have on your business. For example, say you're providing feedback on a website design for a bank, but the design artist has filled the web page with colorful designs and playful fonts. Even if you enjoy the colors and energetic design, it's probably not the most effective for a summer bank website. Provide your design artist with useful examples. If you're having a tough time vocalizing to the designer exactly what you want a web page to look like, send them a few sample web pages instead. Example web pages will help the designer by giving them a concrete, visual reference when they are modifying their design. Providing 3 or 4 specific online examples will keep the graphic design chats from feeling like an exercise in abstract discussion. Collaborating with the designer. Anticipate respectful disagreement from the design artist. Although you're paying the graphic designer, they are not supposed to act as yes men to your design whims. If a graphic designer thinks that the idea you're describing is impossible or ineffective, they'll probably tell you so. If they are professional, the designer will then suggest a different way to tackle the problem. Ideally, this type of disagreement can lead to a productive conversation about how the artist's design can best satisfy your requirements. Ask the design artist to explain their choices. If you're confused about the work or don't understand some of the artistic and visual choices that the artist made, ask them to explain themselves. Instead of rejecting the work outright, asking about the designer's rationale will give them time to explain themselves and maybe change your mind as well. So instead of saying, "You have the image on the cover all wrong, the entire thing needs to be redone," try saying, "I'm curious as to why you arranged the images in the pattern that you did." Give the designers the space that they need to work. Designers often feel micromanaged by overbearing clients who want to supervise or dictate every part of the design work. Trust that your designer can handle the task you've asked them to perform, and then give them freedom and time to make the design. This shows the designer that you trust them and respect their work.